The last few months because this ankle, so I've been trying to work on my open guard.
Okay.
But I find it's often clumsy, and if a guy is bigger than me, they don't just smash their way through it.
Okay.
I seem to do fairly well with people of my size or smaller by keeping them at bay, launching attacks, but
Okay.
struggle with the big guys, stronger guys.
Can you go on your back? Can I feel kind of what you do? Okay. Okay. Here's one of the biggest tools that I see like you're missing. Whenever, like first off, guard retention. Ryan Hall said this really well. Think about it like layers of distance, right? So if you're standing, go ahead and stand up. And we haven't engaged yet. My greatest ability to keep distance isn't my feet or my arms, it's mobility. So I stay up off of my back anytime we're disconnected and I don't have grips. And I'll either favor one side with my hand, or I'll stay with inside positioning here and look to trap the leg. I typically go here. So anytime you approach, I manage distance by moving away. And this will be like my reset position. This is the furthest you can get them away from you. So anytime you're in trouble and you're retaining guard, you want to keep going until you either get control in a guard or you go back to this spot right here. Okay? Now, if you drop to both knees, yes. And you're kind of playing guard and things are going pretty well. And then they start to get past your feet.
My legs, yeah.
And then they start to smash your shins or get past your shins like a half guard, close. Okay. The second part of guard retention is understanding when it's time to bail on a position and just think about creating as much distance as possible. If you're holding on to grips too long and they close the chest plane and you're unable to get your hands back in front of you with any kind of power, you're gonna get crushed, okay? So the movement you always wanna do, it's just like a Turkish get-up, but it's basically framing anywhere on their upper body with a C-grip on the collarbone or a forearm against their chest, and then using mobility again to move yourself out from under their weight, okay? And this goes for any type of guard pass. In the last spot, I did an outside pass on you, and I was putting pressure against you like this, and your answer was to face me and push and kind of support the weight, but the correct answer would be to frame. So you start to put weight down on me, go ahead. Frame, mobility, and then movement, and get out from under and reset all the way to this spot, or if you can reset into like some kind of guard you like to control, okay? So this like bail movement is the thing that will help you the most with guard retention over like inverting or baby hooks or anything like that, okay? And it's super simple.
Take an overhook on the outside there.
Overhook?
Yeah, so if you're smashing.
If you're smashing.
Would you then take this up here to get out as well, or?
No, because this is about keeping you close. If I have an overhook and I pull you in, you have an underhook, and you're gonna use the underhook to put me flat.
I see.
It would be more about weaving this overhook and creating separation, right? Now when you start to put pressure on me, like go ahead and put weight down on me, now I move out from under you and I maintain this level of distance with my arm.
I see.
Yeah, it's anytime they're getting really close to you and they're smashing, you're not thinking about sweeping, you're not thinking about clinching, you're thinking about framing them over there and moving yourself over here in whatever way you can. I'm just gonna give you like a couple of drills and then we're gonna work them into like practical use, okay? The first one, you're gonna go on your back, okay? And we're just gonna do the movement, because you told me you're a white belt, an aggressive white belt, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna feel super basic, but there are some details to this that help you use it under pressure. So the first thing we do is we get on our side and we line up our humerus with whatever the chest plane is, okay? It's kind of like the catch. And now I take my arm and I bring it as high above my head as I can. Yes. And I don't see how you just got up on your arm like this. a lot of times there's so much pressure on you that you can't do that. So what we actually do is we use our feet to push ourselves onto our arm. So it looks like this, look. I put my hand as high up as I can. And now I can start to do the walk. Yeah, this is really important because some people will just put their elbow in the mat and try to get up, super inefficient, or they'll try to just do, this is a really weak, like, you know, movement for your shoulder. It's more like you put it in place, you create tension, and then you move yourself onto it like that. Okay, so just start on your side. Boom, catch, elbow above your head, and then you're using your toes on the mat to push yourself up onto your arm. Exactly, yes. So, say the same scenario, right? I'm kind of putting a lot of pressure. This is about to be beaten in the time that we were rolling. When you feel like this distance maker is about to fail, you get on your side and you replace it with the forearm. Boom. See how this collapsed right here? So it's important to point the structure of your bone against me.
So skeletal muscles versus muscles.
Yes, think about like right here and then kind of frame this in cup. Yes, there you go. Good. And now you move yourself with your feet. Good. And see how you've kind of like reclaimed the space here. You can go up to your hand. Yes, and move yourself really far out. Yep. And now I've gone from almost beating your hips to being back in front of your feet. You know what I mean? The drill would be, we start here and you sit up on your knees. Yep. And then you just slowly drop your chest to my chest. Yeah, go ahead. With no hands.
No hands.
Yep, go ahead. Boom. Yep, come back up. Again. Boom. See how I align it so that it doesn't collapse? This is really important. So if you start to drop your chest again, and I'm kind of here, you know, with the end of my hand, see how it starts to collapse like this? It becomes like a tricep extension. Yeah. I'm able to frame if I didn't have a forearm. You know what I mean? It's like the length of my humerus right here. So you drop your weight, boom, you're driving into it, go ahead, drive into it. And then I practice, keep following me, knee walk. See how I'm adjusting this so that it doesn't fall. You know, it's kind of dynamic. And then I'm moving myself out. And this is a situation where I can start using baby hooks here because I've created this distance. Or if I can't get up to my elbow, this is a situation, go ahead, where I can start to lift my hips and replace my elbow with my hips. And now this becomes like a Granby roll kind of situation. Just depends on the context, but it always starts with creating some kind of frame and getting mobility, you know? Is this the direction you want to go in the private? Okay, cool. So I'm here and I'm thinking chest to chest. You're thinking on your side and support. See, okay, so see how your shoulders are flat and your elbows kind of pointed up like this? Line up. This becomes one line from your elbow all the way to your other arm. I should be stacked on top of that, just like that. See how it almost drives into this? Yeah, I should be able to, see how it's kind of rolling to the end of your hand? There we go. Good. It should be effortless to frame. There we go. Elbow goes above your head. Yes, move yourself out. Yes, up onto your hand. Yes, and then we start to recenter. Good. Other side. So this is like leg drag or something. Boom. I'm coming in. I'm about to go chest to chest. See, this wants to collapse. See, once I clinch, it's going to go away. Think about
opposite shoulder or nearest shoulder usually.
I usually just center this like 4 inches right here on wherever the center of their body is. Okay, so typically it'll go like right in the sternum or a little bit on this side. If you go on your side, and then I just try to put my weight on you, you'll feel the spot where it won't collapse. You see? Right there. I should be able to lay there and it shouldn't really take you any strength. If it's adjusted a little bit, see how it's kind of rolling down? That's when you move it a little bit. You see if it's coming up, that's when you adjust it down. It's like a dynamic thing.
It's not fixed then. Yeah, okay.
No, it's like it's here, you're cupping, but you're always trying to find the center of the plane so that it doesn't get rolled over.
I see.
Yeah.
So something distribution of your weight as well.
Yeah, and then we get all the way on our side. The more on your side you are, the easier it's going to be. It's like you're going to give me your back. There you go. Yes. Good. Push yourself up onto your elbow. Good. All the way out. Good. Go on your back. I want you to do the same thing, But without your elbow, you're gonna C-grip me in my collarbone.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like on your side, and you're gonna C-grip me here, like that, here. Yeah, it's a little bit easier. This is like, I'm starting with like Hail Mary, red alert, get out, you know, but it gets easier the more preemptive you get. So you're on your back. Yes, knees to your chest. And I just hit like a spicy Toreando, like I'm here and I'm coming down, boom. You're already on your side at this point. So already on your side, hands already going up, boom. Coming up to your elbow. Yep, scooting yourself out. And see how I'll try to turn that corner, and you're trying to get your feet back in front of me before I get around that corner. You know, so when I say mobility, I mean like you're moving your ass, like you're like always trying to face them again, you know. And you can start this even earlier. Here, sit up. Yeah, and go on one hand or the other. Go on this hand. Yes. So as I start to approach, C-grip. Boom. I can't get any passes going, and you can just kind of move away. Yep. If I clear this, you place it right back. You're really insistent with this. This is essentially what you're doing, managing distance and trying to get here. This is a much smaller or a much bigger version of the close one we did, right? This is the same as this. It's the exact same thing. Mobility and keeping distance, you know? Other side. So here, go like, how do I do it? Here, come on top. I go thumb down, same side, like this. Yeah, and my toes are really active. I'm always ready to stand, you know? So if you start like taking this off or like coming around the corner or anything, you start moving, I'll get back up to my feet because you can't pass me when I'm standing, you know? Here, just like that. Boom, boom. Good. And the whole game here is keeping distance so I don't start to impose, and then you start to get control before I do an attack, you know?
If I start grabbing this hand in my hand, fighting with them, or I just clawing it back.
Let me see. So if you're grabbing this, go ahead and grab. I'm kind of centering myself. See how I put my feet in the middle?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like, you're controlling my hand. Boom. I'm thinking 2-on-1, scooting myself under, you know? You can also hand fight, like if he starts to grab your hand or anything like that. If I get up to my knees, now I can use my other hand to break and drill back down. Yeah, it is very much like a, go ahead and start to break. You know, I'm not just holding it here.
Spamming it.
Yeah, it's more like I have it ready if you get close, you know? So that's the basic, like, elbow, hand. This will save you 99% of the time from almost any close guard pass position. You know, you can use this to recover from full on side control. Like if somebody gets you in side control and you start to work your, see this? Like I create that distance. Go ahead and put good pressure. See, I'm like kind of using it to create distance here. Now if you start to go behind my back, see I can clear this. Once I get up to my elbow and I can move out from under your weight, I can start to create as much separation as I can manage by increasing the speed, you know?